I am tired of hearing people say, like Barack Obama did, like Hillary Clinton did, oh, we condemn this violence. Guess what? You can't call the president of the United States for 10 years Adolf Hitler, and you can't say that he's a fascist, and you can't say that anyone who voted for Trump or advocated for him, like you, me, Riley, and Charlie Kirk, are Nazis. And then when someone tries to kill us, you can't suddenly say, oh, we condemn. You caused it. Look at me right now. You caused this.
This Charlie Kirk thing kind of put the nail in the coffin of me being a Democrat. I was slowly moving away from it anyway because I was noticing certain things, but I'm not a Democrat. And I'm not a Republican either, but I'm not a Democrat. And I just noticed, like, certain things, like the way that the conversation would be shut down by calling somebody a name or calling somebody a bigot. It's like, okay, and why am I a bigot just because I disagree with you? Like, I can disagree with you and still not want anything bad for you. I just disagree. And it's like, oh, you're personally committing violence against me if you disagree. It's like, that's a cop-out. And I would notice certain things like that. I would notice that I was being intentionally angered every 4 years so that I would go out and vote. It would be a new token thing to like get behind. Oh, if you don't vote this year, this thing is going to happen and everything's going to be taken away. But then the next year, none of those things would happen. So I was just being gaslit every single time. And it's crazy because like I didn't recognize it. But, as I started to just see it, I started to see how like it's one thing to believe in something, it's another thing to tell somebody they're bad if they don't, especially if the view is wacky, crazy, and all the way out there. Canceling somebody for something that they did when they was 8 years old, for something that they said when they was 8 years old, and that thing won't even a slur back then. It's like, what are we like do? Like, people can't grow. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's a way to keep people in control. And if you don't think exactly how I think, if you ever step in line, I can just like.
Yes, Barack Obama is receiving criticism on social media like never before. If you check all through, this is what you will see. The Smith-Pondy Act was authored by Obama, Biden administration, and basically gave the media free rein to lie to us without consequences. Let's change it back and hold the media accountable for their lies and vicious rhetoric. That is it. Obama tweeted this days ago. We don't yet know what motivated the person who shot, but this kind of despicable violence has no place in our democracy. Michelle and I will be praying for Charlie's family tonight, especially his wife Erica and their 2 young children. Laura did not hold back. The reality in the Democrat Party is what motivated this attack. You sanctimonious piece of. It's people like you who gave rise to radical left, the same radical left that tried to unalive Trump. That is what Laura replied to Obama. Not only her, if you go through the comment sections, you will see like thousands of comments like this. This tweet is having 104 million views. Then you can understand the sentiment people have when things like these are happening.
Sutra is down for this because the only thing I hate more than repeating myself is people not coming with receipts. If you have access to the internet right now, you already know about everything that happened with Charlie Kirk, and you've probably seen the same repetitive comments over and over and over from people, quotes that he would say during his debates. Now, I'm somebody that has seen only a few of his videos over the last however many years that he's been doing this, so seeing these quotes, I was like, wow, did he actually say that? That's kind of shocking. But the thing about me is I am so indecisive that I will research the piss out of something before picking a side. So what did I do? I did exactly that. I found these quotes and I said, let me go watch the entire source that those are pulled from to know the context of them. Because also, if you have any access to the internet, you know how easily it is to be taken out of context. Hell, even the Bible is cherry-picked and taken out of context for certain things. If you're one of those people that likes to just run with the headliner, take exactly what somebody says, copy-paste it from the comment section onto a whole nother video, I'm here to help you out so you don't look stupid in the comment section. First one up is the Second Amendment quote that I'm sure you've seen under every single Charlie Kirk post that has been put out on the internet to date. People are justifying his murder because he said some gun deaths every single year are worth the cost. Yeah, I have to admit, that does sound like a pretty shocking quote initially, but that's the headliner. Obviously, People want to rage bait you. Stop getting pulled into it like an idiot. Read the headliner and immediately get rage baited, you're a sheep. If you decided to scroll down and read the entire story of that quote that it's pulled from, you will see a whole lot more to it. And on top of that, to just make sure I have the full picture, not just the little snippet that the news article chose to show, I went and watched the entire 2-hour-long video where that quote is from. He starts it out by talking about how the Second Amendment is not strictly about self-defense, hunting, or having our fun gun. It is to protect ourselves from our government turning tyrannical. If you believe that this country is incapable of that happening, you are living in a utopian fantasy. Him saying that it's a price to pay is not about children being. There are 50,000 car-related deaths every single year. That's the price for having cars. You want to get rid of cars and save 50,000 lives each year? Great. There's a cost to that though. In exchange for those 50,000 lives saved, you now don't have mobility to get anywhere. You don't have the access to products and services that you might want on the day-to-day basis. DoorDash, forget it. You want to go to a restaurant that's 20 minutes away in a car? See you in a few days. Okay, maybe it's not a few days. Therefore, we have decided that those 50,000 lives are a necessary cost to having those things. And not only does he provide that comparison and explanation, he provides a solution for this. He says that there can be a realistic reduction to any shootings at major league sporting events. There was one in 1984 before there was armed security at the events. There was also one in late 2023. Guess what? That was from the outside of the stadium. How have any shootings been stopped at airports? There was one in December of 2024 outside of the security checkpoint.
Yes, this lady is saying nothing but the truth. There are people that are ranting as a result of the short clips people cut out of context when someone is speaking. They don't go deep into looking into the whole conversations. They will conclude fast. The highest time I saw this was during that campaign period with Kamala, Democrat who cut clips out of context. In fact, it was rampant on social media. You will see yourself disliking someone for no reason, taking a video out of context. That has been an issue. It needs to be addressed. I see a lot of people call Charlie, oh, he was this, he was that. This video you were seeing here is shared by Elon Musk on X. I saw the video, I could not bypass. I said, no, let me look deep into it. What is the lady saying? She makes sense. People don't just jump, they don't go deep into knowing you before they even start speak. Just as a result of these videos, they conclude it's a call for concern.
He provides a solution for this. He says that there can be a realistic reduction to any shootings at major league sporting events. There was one in 1984 before there was armed security at the events. There was also one in late 2023. Guess what? That was from the outside of the stadium. How have any shootings been stopped at airports? There was one in December of 2024 outside of the security checkpoint. There was also one in 2017 where there was a very clear and unfortunate lapse in security for that event. That's what led to there being a mass shooting at that airport. Aside from that one instance, unless I'm missing some, I'm not perfect. I've only seen other instances from outside of the airport or outside of security. The way that he ends that quote is saying, if our money, sporting events, and airports can have armed guards, why don't our children? By not having armed guards to protect our children from any potential risk, that is when you are choosing to sacrifice them for our right to protect ourselves against a tyrannical government, not by refusing to give up. And just to be clear, I'm always open for discussion of different opinions. What I won't be doing is arguing with the emotion and arguing with people that don't do their own research and formulate their own thoughts.
We don't feel like ourselves. We haven't felt like ourselves in a while. And I'm sorry to get political, but I'm just going to be honest. We haven't felt like ourselves since Barack Obama. I just think he was such a slick snake. He was this affable guy who was like wearing good suits and looked the part and sounded the part and dressed the part, but was so divisive in his messaging. The left, they look at you like when you say this, they don't know what you're talking about.
Looking back into what is going on with Obama, I posted a video where Megyn Kelly actually blew up like you've seen there on Obama. He's a cause. A lot of people are saying this. I want you to know your opinion on this. Not only white people are doing that, blacks are doing the same thing, blaming Obama. And they are always the first people to come out to say, oh, we condemn, we do this. It triggered me when I see it. It's like you are a hypocrite. Stay silent. Because the next thing, these are the same people that will start calling the president names. Oh, Trump is this. Oh, his supporters are this. You know, these kind of things stir up these kind of reactions. They don't continue to convey what is going. Okay, now the truth about this guy is out. What are you going to say? Because I saw people pointing fingers left and right, left and right. The truth is out.
Post about this.
He's been one of the most divisive, especially divisive younger figures in this, who is constantly sort of pushing this sort of hate speech or sort of aimed at certain groups.
He didn't. President Obama did. President Biden did. Presidents Bush and Clinton did. President Trump did not. Instead, he blamed Democrats.
You know, these are the people causing issues in this country.
But every piece of evidence we have so far makes it very clear that the assassin acted alone.
Not everyone took to his words or
This, who is constantly sort of pushing.
You're running for president, or you're running for one of these.
So you can see who these people really are.
Is there too. We're also, and I'm kind of saying this to you, but also asking our team wider who's listening to flood our social media with this.
Awful. And
We want to update you on